Good afternoon, evening, morning, whatever time of day it is over where you are. We have a new update, and a rather large one. 3.6 odd gig update, and it's the introduction of the Tier 10 light tanks. A very interesting one. I've yet to play them, so we'll get on to it and try and play as much as possible. I will point out that there are a lot of notes relating to the tanks themselves. Lots and lots. So, unfortunately, I won't be going through each and every single one of them because there are a lot. So I will put the link in the description anyway, so it's just a case of having a look and going on it just to see what changes are to the tanks you've got, all the ones you're getting. Try and find it within the list itself. Like I say, because there are a lot, you could be there for a while, and I'm not going to go through them all because of the sake of the fact I don't see anyone's going to wait 45 minutes while I read through everything. But we'll go through the light notes. Starting off from the very top is the fact that light tanks are now coming in at tier 10. Another advantage is they're getting +2 matchmaking, the same as any other vehicle within the game, bar things like your premium tanks. So that's going to be a lot nicer. Maybe I can get the AMX Chaffee onto a 3rd mark of excellence, because that thing is not going to be anywhere near balanced at that tier, so we'll see how that goes, especially using premium ammo. That thing could rip apart a lot of the different tanks. These are the new light tanks that have been introduced. LTG, T71 CMCD, Hawk 12, Batchat 12T, WZ132A, very interesting name, maybe they gave up. T100LT, Sheridan, Rheinmetall, Panzerwagen, AMX 13105, WZ1321. Again, very interestingly named. There's a few little tips and details as to what's happening. So if you have things on the tank, such as equipment, that stays. That is definitely staying. I've had that already. At the moment, I will show you the garage and how the tech tree looks. I've got the AMX 1390, which has been moved to tier 9. It was because I'd researched all the packages. All the packages were researched but not purchased, because in theory I'm getting new bits and pieces of equipment. So in my case, I had everything done. I was moving on to the Batchat medium. Now it's the tier 9. I've upgraded the package onto the final one, which is 190,000 silver, and it fires standard APCR, so things have changed in regards to that. Again, I'll have to have a look at the notes specifically to see how it affects myself, and you will regarding your tank as well. I have got a bit of a gripe. I really want it at the Batchat mediums, and it doesn't go down that line anymore, but the AMX 5100 does, so I'll have to have a look into it. Kind of skip past it because the tier 8 before and still goes to it, and now I can't. But anyways, I digress. For the tanks where you've moved up a tier, it basically explains that. So in my case, the AMX 1390, everything you get still owns. So the equipment I've got in the consumables have stayed the same. With regards to the ammunition, obviously that's more than likely gone into a reserve, but it's still available for me to use when I've actually come to use the tank. So I'm going to take it into a game and see how it plays. I'm expecting my inclination that a medium tank is still going to be a hell of a lot better, but you never know. It seems to work on PC. Some of the other new additions to the game itself are some new winter maps. Cliff has finally got a winter map, which has took a very, very long time coming. As to how much is on it, I just hope there's not stupid, hard, rocky ground, because that would be extremely annoying, because there's nothing worse than going on a snow map and finding that there's concrete snow everywhere that your tank can't pile drive through. And Berlin is getting a winter map, as well as a new iteration of War Stories, whereby a woman tanker comes along and steals a normal tiger, actually not a king tiger. So I haven't had too much of a look into that, but effectively that's how the story is going, how it's being panned. They did have a link on the forum, on the news page somewhere. I can't seem to find it anymore, so you just have to bear with me on that one. Maybe it'll still be something that's available for you to use on the console straight away, so if you do want to have a look at it, you can. And if I can find the link for it, I'll place that in the description. The VIP Premium Tech Tree. This is going to be shown in the tank tech tree, so when you go into your normal nations, it's sandwiched in between, and basically gives you an indication of what premium tanks are currently available across all of World of Tanks, which ones you've got, and then which ones are ready to get when the next time they go on sale. I don't particularly see a reason for it, in my personal opinion, but I suppose if someone's out there trying to collect them all, you'll have some sort of like a stamp collection, so to speak, so you can see which ones you've got and which ones you can get, and then the individual tank statistics with it. It does include the black tanks. Whether they'll come back on sale or not, I don't know. We shall soon see. let your tank flags fly. Just another part of the tank addition, so to speak. So you can add like a flying flag onto the back of your tank. Whether it be your nation or one that you specifically make yourself is entirely up to you. Show off your like painful nature is a nice way of placing it. Maybe we'll have the new update that PC are getting, where you can actually colour your tanks in different colours for many reasons. And we finally get onto the last part, the detection. So currently now, when you're detected, it's generally because you're looking in the direction that someone has spotted you in, which is entirely useful for when you've got someone who thinks they can hide behind a bush, their only bush in front of you, and then you can just fire on that position. Apparently now, targeted, or the detected, has been renamed to targeted because the alert is no longer directional. It triggers no matter what direction you're looking in. Apparently it helps with situational awareness. I don't quite know how, because when I had it before, I could usually tell where people were from or the direction they were in because of when it would appear. So that's kind of a meh, because the description it gives you at the end is the alert is only triggered when an enemy spots you and their camera view is pointed at you. That's kind of pointless because it doesn't help me per se to figure out where people are. To just give me a broad description of you've been spotted somewhere, as opposed to before with you've been spotted, but it's only just appeared that you've been detected because you're looking in that general direction. That's a lot more useful. So this doesn't help with situational awareness. In fact, it kind of goes in the opposite direction. I don't know. I will see how it goes. I don't like it, is my honest opinion with that. So we'll see how that happens. We're going to go into the garage now and show you how it looks and everything that's in there, and the AMX 1390 as I have it now, and have a look at the VIP tech tree. So we'll hop in there now. So here we are in the garage. We have the AMX 1390 right in front of us. This is now a tier 9 light tank firing APCR standard, so that will be interesting. As you can see, the equipment itself I haven't physically changed. That's all there as it was before. And some of the things you can do is your flag building, so you can create your own flag with different parts, whether you're wanting like a horse, change the colour of it, you can go through a different style, different pattern on there, so you can customise it somewhat, and you get 3 of those to free to use at the moment. Or you can actually use just your nation's flag, whether it be one specific to the tank, whether it one be to your specific nation, and you have the same characteristics as before with your silver for the 7 days or 30 days, or permanent for gold. There's only a few tanks I'm looking to actually use that on. Have a link at packages. These two were researched but not purchased, so it was just as it was a stock tank, and then I had the option of the 1390 on the end, and it was just a case of going on and buying it. As you can see, I already buy it itself. And the penetration, ooh, I like APCR standard. I just don't know if I'm going to like this tank still. I played it for a very long time and I still couldn't get used to it or actually enjoy it, so we'll see how that goes. Moving on to the tech tree, we're going to first go down to the VIP, and this is a list of all the tanks themselves that are available, premium tank wise, and all the different ones that you actually have are highlighted. When they do become available in the store, I presume where it says currently unavailable, that will change. I can't find one that actually is available in the store at the moment that is shown on here as well. I may have missed one. I tried to go through them all, but I presume it's just an easy way of being able to purchase singular tanks. So that will be interesting when it comes out. You've got like a tank pack of different ones available, as to which ones will then be, you can maybe buy them separately early, who knows. But anyways, moving on to okay, I can't go left, that's really stupid. The light tank tree. So if we take the Americans as an example, you still have similar shoot-offs. Sometimes some of the tech trees I've seen at like even tier 7 and 8, they still shoot off into other lines. You get the example of like the light tanks over here for the Americans that don't specifically go anywhere else past the Chaffee. So this is your new tier 7 T71 CMTD. The Bulldog, the T49 is now a tier 9 tank, the Sheridan a tier 10. That will be interesting to play if I get a hand of it. We'll move over to the Germans, because this is a really good example. So as we're going through, You got your light tanks up top and down below. Eventually the light tanks here will turn into the medium, whereas the ones that are, I can't see it because the laptop's in the way, down here will carry on going normally. And where is it? My laptop is still in the way. So it's at the point of this is an example. Your tier 7 still goes as a shoot off, so you got some that go to medium line, and then the others will go down to your light tank line. This is all okay at the moment. The French tank line though, however, I have a few issues with, because as we're going down, you have your normal tank line, normal tanks going through to what is the change at tier 8. So instead of my MX 1390, it's a batch at 12T, and then moving to the MX 1390, and then to the MX 1305. This, because it used to be a tier 8, I was earning towards getting the batch at 25 AP. Now it no longer goes to the Lorraine 40T, which apparently goes off the AMX 5100. Kind of makes sense because of the way the chassis looks, and then moves on to the batch at, which it really is annoying because I have to now repurchase another tank and start from scratch to then go back up these lines. That's kind of annoying considering it did used to go to that one, and kind of, I mean, looks to be that it would go there. I don't know, that's really peeved me, and I presume other people are in the same boat. So if you do have an AMX 1319, you've been trying to build up XP to get either both the Lorraine 40T or the batch at 25 AP, or you've just been going for one of them over the other, and now you're screwed. So now you're going to have to go back a tier, play the tier 8 all over again, and then carry on up. The other thing to take into account is how much XP do you require to get the tier 10 Lights. 261,000 for the French, Jesus Christ. And the Panzer, 298,000, were on par with what you'd have to spend to get in the artillery, wherever the pile of crap is. There, 266. That's a fair whack, if I'm honest. And again, going along to, where is it? So difficult to find, the T100 LT, 279,800. That is a lot of playtime to get the tier 10. And then finally the Sheridan, I believe, was 229. So yeah, that will be an interesting and fun experience to play, to get nearly 300,000 XP in a tank. Having said that, there are plenty of tanks I have, premium wise, such as the MX Chaffee, that generally already have that amount of XP on it for some strange reason. That may have been able to play it that often that I've just been able to do it, and obviously with a premium account it kind of helps. Another example is G67, so it can be done. It's just a case of just grinding out the time and actually hopefully enjoying the tank. Maybe as a tier 9 or 10 it'll be useful. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'm going to leave it there. So like I say, I'll leave all the links in the description for what you can view specifically for your tank. Let me know what you think, and also whether you believe the detecting system is kind of a meh. What they've changed, I don't agree with it, to be perfectly honest. So we'll see how that goes. Well, as always, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.